Vray 7 Update 3 just dropped. Is it one of the most useful updates in a long time? We're getting features that improve workflow, save time, and add effects that used to take way more to create. If you use Vray professionally, you'll definitely want to see this. Let's check out what's new in Update 3. Creating Caustics used to be a real struggle. You had to tweak multiple settings, spend a lot of time, and even then, the result wasn't always what you wanted. Plus, a long rendering time. But now, with Vray 7 Update 3, we have the new Quick Send Caustics option directly inside the Vray material. Easier control and faster rendering. With just a few clicks, you can enable or disable reflections and refractions, and also control their depth. Right away, you can see the difference. The pool instantly gets much more realistic depth variation. At the moment, the effect is still a bit subtle, so let's increase the depth value. And now, look at that. Beautiful, realistic caustics created almost instantly. Honestly, that's amazing. I really like how this looks. It will work great with common scenarios, such as pools and water features. If we add a bit more detail here, the effect becomes even stronger and more convincing. Just remember, to create caustics, you need to have a sun in your scene. And the effect works best when combined with displacement, which I have already applied to this water object. You can use the simple noise map like me here, or any other displacement map you have. Nice effect, with almost no effort. Parallax Interiors are a popular technique in archviz because they help speed up the production process while still adding believable detail to background windows. To make this easier, the Chaos team created a dedicated map called Vray Parallax Texture. It uses a shading technique that creates the illusion of depth on a flat surface without adding any extra polygons. To use it, simply plug the map into the self-illumination slot of your material. In this setup, the map defines the texture used for the Parallax Interior effect. You can also flip the texture horizontally or vertically if needed. The width ratio controls the horizontal scaling of the interior projection relative to the surface UVs. This is especially useful for correcting aspect ratio distortions in window or interior textures. Next, we have depth, which controls the overall strength of the parallax effect. A value of 0 disables the depth completely, while higher values increase the sense of depth. This parameter basically defines how far the virtual layers appear to extend behind the surface. And finally, we have the middle layer depths. These settings control the relative depth of the intermediate layers inside the parallax structure, and they are expressed as percentages. You can see that when I change the value, the armchairs start to move. The same happens with the curtains. This gives us a surprising amount of control over the final look. Since this is a self-illumination map, we can also control its intensity directly in Light Mix. The same goes for the color. And there's more. You can also use ready-to-go Parallax Interiors from Chaos Cosmos. They include offices, a lobby, shop displays, and apartment rooms. Right now, the collection is still quite small, and some examples are not the most stylish. But for background details, they work really well. And I'm sure we'll see many more examples added in the future. Gaussian splats can now be illuminated by the scene lights, allowing them to integrate naturally with the rest of your scene. You can use Vray lights with all their parameters to light splats effectively. It makes the workflow way easier. With dedicated control, we can now fine-tune how the lighting blends. It gives more flexibility in complex setups. I've already talked about reviews in Chaos Cloud recently, but there's one more feature in the newest update that I'd like to show you. Now we have video collaboration. This means we can not only upload and preview videos, but also leave comments directly on the timeline. And that's incredibly useful, because you can select the exact frame you want and attach your feedback right there. It makes the review process much faster and more precise. So basically, we can leave a comment directly on the timeline, pick the exact second, or mark a time span. Everything else works the same way as I explained in the previous video. If you'd like to check it out, I'll leave the link in the description. We also have some nice updates to the Vray camera. First of all, we can now choose an object as the focus type. Just click on the object and the focus updates instantly. Now, we have the focus on the vase. The furniture in the background is blurred. We cannot see the details. Let's change the object to something in the background. These little cups here. Here we go. Now, we have the focus on the back. Nice details of the kitchen cabinets and the blurred foreground. You can even notice how the camera adjusts here. The best part is that no matter where or how you move the camera, the focus will stay locked on that same object. Another useful addition is the ability to include or exclude specific objects from the camera view. It may seem like a small update, but it's incredibly practical. Now you can keep all your models in the scene without constantly turning layers or objects on and off for different views. For example, in this camera, the chair is hidden, but when I switch to another camera, all the chairs are visible again. If you like to keep the number of scenes in your projects to a minimum, this is a super handy feature. Now we can use Vray decals as instances for modeled objects inside Scatter. This opens up many creative possibilities, making it much easier to distribute detailed elements throughout your scene while keeping the workflow fast and efficient. Just look how well it works with footprints. Just like with any other scattered object, we can control the scale, position, and rotation. Vray decals can also follow splines. For example, we can use them to create a zebra crossing. So now, instead of placing decals manually, we can scatter them randomly, just like any other object. I like what's new in this update, especially easy Caustics setup and camera improvements. What's your favorite feature? Let me know in the comments. See you in the next video. Bye bye!